And we are running. Welcome to this new video episode of the World Trail Running Network. We are still stuck with a strange situation. COVID-19 is still pretty much running the show, and even though a couple of European countries are lifting their restrictions on outdoor activities, giving some of the stars of the scene a chance to hit the trails again, we are wondering what they got going on during the last couple of weeks. So let's have a look at throwback moments, injuries, and home training routines. And we recommend you watch the whole video because we got a nice extra at the end of the episode courtesy of Jerry Robbins and Gamel Curry. But let's hit it off with Thibaut Garivier, who met bad luck with a fatigue fracture of the heel bone. But blessing in disguise, some events are going to be cancelled as we've seen in the last video, so he is not going to miss out on too many races. On April 20th we saw him back in the home office on the bike roll, and he also finds some time to dedicate to his medical studies. I am sure I speak for all of us when I say get well soon. For Mimi Kotka, the corona times gave her some breathing space to work on her Moon Valley project, together with Emily Forsberg and Ida Nielsen. If you haven't heard of the Moon Valley project, just check out her website linked down below. Apart from the farming, the three seem to have a pretty good time. Jim Wamsley used the time to record a couple of podcasts, as have Killian Jornet and Courtney Daulwager on the Salomon Apres Hour podcast. Find the links below in the description. Dennis Wisniewski, who is the publisher of the German Trail magazine, utilized the downtime for moving into the foothills of the Alps, and he seems to love every bit of it. Enjoy! Kristin Berglund might have pondered whether it was a good idea to move from her native Sweden to Tyrol in Austria, which was pretty hard hit by the corona pandemic. But at least it gave her some time to recover from an ACL rupture. She gives us a short glimpse into her exercise routine, so watch what a Großglockner and Zugspitz Ultra Trail winner is doing to get back on track again. I'm happy to see that this resembles my own recovery routine for some runner's knee issues I'm having for the last 3 months. But it made me wonder, I also follow a couple of sports climbers, and many of them posted videos of their home training routine, core workouts, hangboarding sessions, and general strength training. I wonder why not more of the trail runners wanted to share some insights into how they stay fit during the lockdown. Maybe there is a closer connect in the climbing community than within the runners. Anyways, Suze Spanheimer, one of the winners of the Transalpine Run in 2019, kept the competitive spirit going by joining the virtual race for the Hamburg Half Marathon. Ex-biathlon world champion Laura Dahlmeier is keeping herself busy with gardening, her university studies, and some mountain activities like biking, running, or ski mountaineering. Perfect weather in Germany allowed for all of this during the last couple of weeks. Paul Capel enjoys some beautiful weather and is doubling his training with more time on the bike without letting up on the runs. Gary Robbins is doing a good thing and ran a 100-miler on a treadmill. And if that wasn't enough, he added over 17,000 feet of climbing, that is around 5,200 meters for all of you imperialists out there, into his 25-hour and 53-minute push. By this, he raised $15,000 for the British Columbia Search and Rescue organizations. But this was not the only thing that kept him busy. I loved his April Fool's Day bit about having acquired the Barkley Marathon and turning it into a media circus together with Gamel Curry. For all of you who had not seen it, here are some highlights.
So just super pumped to be taking this thing to the next level. That's essentially what we love to do with events when we acquire them.
We acquired the race a few years ago, but negotiations stalled out, and it cost us a lot more than we had anticipated initially. Didn't go great, actually, the negotiations, but it's ours now, and that's all that matters.
One of the first stops is going to be the Berkeley Barkley in California, so bring a Western vibe. People have attempted to do something down there, but this will bring the true blood, the grit, and the spirit of the Barkley and export it worldwide.
One thing I'm really excited to be bringing to the race, I've been working on this for the last couple of years, is the live tracking element. So every runner is going to be carrying a GPS device with them in their pack. We'll have people on e-bikes following runners when they're out there. They'll be doing interviews while they're trying to climb up Rat Jaw. And we're talking about possibly extending the permit and allowing more runners into the race. So 40 is quite limiting, and there's over 1,000 people that apply. So our hope is that we can probably increase that tenfold and really grow this into the race it needs to become. So it's exciting news. There's going to be a massive development happening in Frozen Head State Park. A lot of people are excited about it, and that's going to allow us to then bring the race to a new level with the number of people we can host on site. There's even potentially going to be a hotel apparently, so we'll see what comes of that.
I think Big Barkley can actually become the Big Barkley now, which is what it always wanted to be. So by opening up the campground up here, by adding new amenities, Wi-Fi, we're actually going to add like a small spa. We're working out the funds, but there might be a small hot tub that goes in a Big Cove. So we just think that it's going to get more people in and make the Big Barkley, big, which is what it should be.
That was a nice prank to take our minds off the grave news that are shoved into our faces these days. Thanks and kudos. With that being said, I hope you liked this episode with some news and gossip about your favorite athletes. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates. Also feel free to leave a comment, it would mean the world to us. You can also find the World Trail Running Network on Facebook and Twitter. See you next time, so long.